Hello guys, and welcome back to another class of our course about the complete introduction to VBA with Microsoft Excel. So in today's class we are still going to learn some tips and tricks that you guys can use basically to be able to program with VBA. So you'll see we'll learn some pretty cool things. In my opinion, what's left to learn is not that complicated, but it can help you out. So what I want to teach you today is basically how you can clear some cells. So let's say, for example, you have, you have things inside of a cell. So here I'll just write down text, and I'll write down text on all those cells. And basically I want to clear some of those cells. And to be able to do this, I will need to use a macro. Well, I can do it with the use of the delete button. But I prefer writing down a macro that will basically delete one part of the text. So this is exactly what we're going to do today. We're going to learn how to delete things. Also, we are going to learn how to basically change the name of the sheets that you guys have right there. And this is like a little bonus. In my opinion, this could be something really cool. Let's say, for example, you receive a report each and every day that contains, 20 sheets. And you need to rename them the same way each and every day. Well, basically you can use a macro instead of changing their names each and every day. So let's start. All right, so first of all, what I'll ask you guys to do is pretty simple. So just create yourself a little thing like this. And after that, we are going to go inside of our Visual Basics. So when we're on our Visual Basics, so like always, what we're going to do, we are going to create a new module for our macro. So as always, simply go in Insert, and you can insert a new module. When it's done, you should have a blank page. And from now on, what we want to do, so as always, we're going to insert a procedure because we are going to write down a macro. So we need to use a sub procedure. So we're going to create a procedure, and we're going to call it, so we'll give it a name. Let's name it, so let's name it clear. Here we go. So right now we have our procedure. And now let's say we want to basically delete some elements that are right there. So what I want to do, I don't want to delete all the cells. I really want to select cell by cell the cells that I want to delete. And this is basically exactly what we are going to do today. So pretty simple how exactly do we delete some of the cells. So honestly, it's just a simple line of code. So the first thing, we are going to select the range that we want to delete. So we write down our range function. And here we're going to write down what cell we want to delete. So in this case, let's say we want to delete D5. So this cell right there. And basically the only thing that we need to write after that is simply clear. So here we go. And now if we run our app, what's going to happen is that, as you can see, D5 have been deleted. So what we can do as well is pretty simple. We can basically write down all the cells that we want to delete and simply make a list of them. And as you can see, it's going to be pretty simple to do. So let's say we want to delete D5. We want to delete E7. We want to delete F3. Let's say we want to delete, H6. And we want to delete, let's say, I9. So what we'll do right now is pretty simple. We're just going to run everything. And as you can see, we have deleted all the cells that we wanted to delete. As you can see, it's a really simple line of code, but it can be really useful in the case that you guys need to delete some elements. So it's not really, well, usually you don't use the clear button because you can just click on delete. But sometimes, let's say, for example, instead of repeating the same task again and again on on huge folders, let's say, for example, you know that you want to delete some cells in particular each and every day. Well, you can create yourself a simple macro to be able to do so. All right, great. So this is for the first macro that we are going to learn today. So the second thing that I want to teach you guys to do is actually pretty simple. And once again, this is a bonus, so I thought about it a little bit earlier today. And basically, in my opinion, it's important to know how to change the name of your sheets. So I teach you at the beginning of the class how you can save your document with the use of macros, how you can create, well, a lot of things with the use of macros. But basically, I didn't show you how you can change the name of your sheet directly by coding, basically by writing down a code that will allow you to do so. So basically, this is exactly what we are going to do today. So we are going to create a code, well, a very simple code, that what it will do, it will change the name of this sheet and the name of this sheet as well at the same time. So you'll see it's pretty simple. It works pretty much the same way as when we're working with simple cells. So what I will do, I will simply delete everything that we have right there. So here in the last sheets, I have all the other projects that we have. So basically I have those projects right there. So pretty simple. All right, great. So let's try and do it. So first thing that I will do, I will just create myself another module. So once again, what you guys can do is simply click on insert and insert another module, or simply delete the other macro that we have created. So when you have created another module, what we are going to start with is pretty simple. We're going to start out with a procedure. So this is how we are starting out. So here we are going to call it rename sheets. Great. So we have our, well, basically we have our document right here, or our macro, and we are going to start the creation of our, well, the name changing of our sheets. So pretty simple. The first thing that we want to change will be the active sheet in which we are right now. So let's say we are on our sheet number 9. So we're going to start out with this sheet. So pretty simple. Do we want to change the name of the sheet? Let's say we want to change its name as well. So we want to change the name of the sheet, our active sheet, the sheet 7 and the sheet 8. So we're going to write it down. So pretty simple. How exactly do we change its name? So we're going to select the active sheet. And what exactly we want to change? So we want to change the name. So here we go. We'll write down name. And there, let's say we want to change our sheet number 9 for project 9. Then, so we change the name of our sheet number 9. Then what will be the next step? The next step will be going to sheet number 7. So jumping right there to be able to change its name. So this is exactly what we'll do. So how exactly we can change, well, how exactly we can do this jump? So it's pretty simple. We're going to use the select function in this case. So we're going to write down sheets because we want to work with our sheets. And for our sheets, where exactly we want to go? We want to go to sheet number 7. So we'll just write it down. So here we'll go to sheet number 7. Here we go. So when we are at the sheet number 7, the next thing that we want to do is simply changing its name as well. And how exactly we'll do this? I forgot a little step right there. So the step that I forgot is the select. So basically I need to select my sheet number 7. Here we go. Great. So I have selected my sheet number 7. Now the next thing is pretty simple. We want to change its name. So we are going to use the same function as the function that we used a little bit earlier. So we're going to select the active sheet. So basically right now, since we're at sheet number 7, the active sheet is sheet number 7. But instead we're going to change its name for project 7. Great. So when it's all done, what we want to do, we simply want to jump to sheet number 8 and do the exact same thing. So what we can do, instead of writing it down again, we can just copy everything and paste it right there. So instead of using sheet 7, we're going to use sheet 8. And instead of having project 7 here, we're going to have project 8. So pretty simple. So what we'll do right now, we are simply going to see if the code works. Well, we're going to look at the code. basically if we did a mistake. So I can see no mistakes for now. So what we'll do right now is pretty simple. We're just going to try out our code to see if it works fine. So pretty simple, we can run it right away. And as you can see, we changed the name of our sheet. So basically sheet number 7 became project 7. Our active sheet became sheet 9, project 9. So here we have project 7, here we have project 8. And basically we changed the name of all our sheets simply with the use of only one macro. Of course, if you want to rerun it, it's not gonna work, because sheet 7 and sheet 8 doesn't exist anymore. So if we try it out, as you can see, it doesn't work, which makes a lot of sense. So as you can see, it's pretty simple to understand. So right now, if let's say you guys receive a report or anything that you need to put in a certain format each and every day, you can create yourself a macro to be able to do so. So as you can see, it's pretty simple to do. So to summarize, what we saw in this class is pretty simple. We saw how you guys can clear some cells or a set of cells with the use of just one VBA code, and how you can change the name of the sheets on which you guys are working. So that's it for this class, guys, and see you all in our next class.